Well, the sign says it all. Welcome to Dewey Field, home of Rutland Town Little League, and that's what we have for the feature presentation. We have the Rutland Town squad. You can see the pitcher warming up for Rutland Town. That's Andy Kanash. He has behind the plate Lucas Heald. That's going to be the battery. And Brian Mayhew, the umpire, back there. And Brian Mayhew not only does a great job with the youth of this community and helping out, but he also got me started in public access television back in 1995. So we've got the Rutland Town Red Sox. We saw the Barstow Red Sox earlier this week. Now we have the Rutland Town Red Sox. And it just goes to show you, everybody wants to be a Red Sox. Good choices. And they'll be taking on the Proctor Rangers. And that defense for the Red Sox has at first base Steve Anderson, Jacob Clark playing second, Zach Allinger shortstop, Logan Billings is at third base. At the plate will be Richard Boucher. And we'll get started now. First pitch of the ball game on a nice, sunny, warm spring evening. Will be outside for ball one. The outfield has Avery Billings in left. The center fielder is Troy Goling, and Catlin Caldwell is the right fielder. And Kanash will, nice breaking ball for a swing and a miss, strike one. It'll be Boucher, then Curtis Tomlinson, then Jordan Hansen, the first three in the order for Proctor. That's a foul ball. Again, Brian Mayhew behind the plate calling balls and strikes. Chris Mayhew, his son, doing the bases. And Dewey Field is a beautiful place to come watch a ball game. That's fouled straight back. We have a two-strike count now on Boucher. Again, this is the feature presentation on Munger Vision, Public Access Television Sports. Watching Youth League baseball action, the major leagues, this is called. Andy Kanash going to work out there. God, I'm looking, strike three. Great backdoor curveball right there. And he'll get Boucher on the strikeout. Now Curtis Tomlinson up now. Tomlinson, you might remember back from the Glazic basketball tournament, was a very good player for Proctor, as was Boucher, but Tomlinson was on the photograph on the front page of the Rutland Herald. Yeah, so he's getting a lot of exposure. He'll need an agent pretty soon to represent him. He's getting so much media coverage. He'll swing on that and miss. Tomlinson will defensively play first base when Proctor gets out in the field, and strike two. So you can see Kanash out there throwing some nasty stuff, and he's got a two-strike count on the number two batter in the Proctor lineup. He's already got a strikeout, and that's going to be a good job with two strikes of getting the bat on the ball and staying alive. I already mentioned Lucas Heald back there, the catcher, and it's a good night to be a catcher. It's not cold where your hands will get stung up catching fastballs or getting nicked foul balls if you're not putting him, like see his hands right out in the open like that. That's strike three, and he will be gone for strikeout number two, out number two. Now tonight's pitcher, Jordan Hansen, the pitcher for Proctor, that is, at the plate with two down and nobody on base. And Kanash looking for a 1-2-3 first inning to play. And I'll tell you what, he's got a nice snap on the ball. He's got nice mechanics when you watch him go through his motion. Well, getting back to the catcher, though, it's not so hot, though, also that you're soaked and the equipment weighs a ton on you. This is a perfect night to be a catcher. And, boy, that breaking ball got him to swing on the outside corner, and Hansen down two strikes. That breaking ball, when it left his hand, was on the heart of the plate, ended up out of the strike zone, the left-hand batter box out there. So he's got some movement on that pitch tonight, Kanash does. Basically same pitch, but you can see right there that Jordan Hansen learned from the first curveball he saw. That time he let it break outside. We're scheduled for 6. There's always the possibility of extra innings. And just missed outside. So a close pitch with two strikes, and he'll lay off, and that's just a good eye right there by Hansen. Kyle Miles on deck for Proctor. And Kanash wasting no time getting to work. And we'll have a full count, first full count of the evening. We're early, and you're watching Munger Vision. You want real baseball action, steroid-free, just true heart and passion, you got it. And that's going to be off the glove of the center fielder. And that'll be the game's first base hit. Good effort to try to get to that ball by Troy Goling, but it'll drop in there for a base hit. Now Miles. Now Proctor the other night against Barstow was very aggressive in running the bases. Tell you what, that's going up after some high heat. Couldn't catch up to it. Miles is a big, well, he's batting cleanup, and there's a reason. He's got a lot of power out there. He is looking to hit the guy and with the camera in center field right there. That's a strike, and the ball again had that great action on it, down and in, got away from the catcher, and that allows the runner to get down to second base. So Miles with a chance to pick up an RBI. Runner at second, 2 down, and Kanash into the windup. Oh, great pitch. That's the inning. They'll strand 1. 3 strikeouts for Kanash, and Rutland Town coming up in the bottom of the first. You're watching the Proctor Rangers starting pitcher Jordan Hansen take his final warm-ups, and his defense looks like this behind him. He's going to have Curtis Tomlinson at first base. Kyle Miles will be at second. Richard Bechet starting at shortstop. And your third baseman is Jesse Slade tonight. The winning pitcher the other night, Shane Protovansky, is the catcher tonight. He'll be behind the dish out there. Sean Blanchard gets the start in left field. Sam Tilden is the center field, and Ryan Johnson will play right. Logan Billings is the leadoff batter for Rutland Town. Lucas Heald on deck, and Steve Anderson batting number 3. And that is going to be past the third baseman on a ball just ripped to the outfield. And coming into second base, yeah, he's going to have his head up and be standing up with a leadoff double. So Billings wasting no time jumping on that first pitch for a double. And that's 1 of 2 Billings we'll see tonight, as Logan Billings and his brother Avery Billings. So Rutland Town with a runner in scoring position already for Lucas Heald, the catcher, and Heald from the right side. And Hansen's pitch will get past Protovansky, and that will allow the base runner to take third base. So Rutland Town with something happening here already in his first chance offensively. So Hansen into the windup, and the pitch on the way. And he went after it. It might have been out of the strike zone. It was a tad bit high, but Heald liked it and swung through it. And Rutland Town in the red. Like I said there, that's on the infield, and that's going to be caught by Bechet, and he'll chase the base runner back to third. And so Bechet, always good instincts, no matter what sport it is. He'll make the grab and not let that runner get too far away. Almost trying to double him up there. Now Steve Anderson, the first baseman, up. Yes, like I said, we've had the Barstow Red Sox the other night in Proctor, and now Proctor traveling to the Rutland Town Red Sox. And a good grab there by Protovansky. And then you can see that the pitcher, Jordan Hansen, getting set to cover the plate in case the ball had gotten by him. Remember, the runner down at third can go home on a wild pitch or a pass ball. And that one came in high. Caught the plate, but high was the call. So Anderson, again, the first 3 batters with good size in the lineup for Rutland Town. And Protovansky covering up the 5-hole, didn't let the ball squirt through. And again, don't forget Jordan Hansen, just get into the rhythm of the game here. Got to find his comfort zone pitching-wise, and that'll be a walk, and that'll put runners at the corners. Now the pitcher, Andy Kanash, batting in the cleanup spot with Zach Allen on deck. So Kanash stepping in and taking a few mighty warm-up swings, and he's going to bat from the left side. We'll see if Rutland Town, first time I've gotten to watch them, see if they're going to be as aggressive as Proctor, and they'll send that runner on a steal from first to second. And they're not going to have to, as the ball handcuffed Protovansky, and that'll allow the base runner, Anderson, to get down to second base. So Kanash and Rutland Town looking for the game's first score here. Oh, good pitch. Hansen that time just reared back and fired, and could see the tailing away action he had on that left-handed batter. Can Dewey Field, just a great place. Come watch a ball game. He'll come inside, and now the runner stayed at third. It did not hit Anderson. It was close, but it didn't hit him, and that was a live ball. And you know, a lot of times they don't send the runner like that. First of all, the backstop's not that far away here, so the ball doesn't really get that far away from the catcher. But why run yourself out what appears to be the making of a big inning here? And they'll come in high for a ball. So Kanash awaits the pitch here. Actually, he's just getting in the batter's box. It's Hansen, the pitcher, waiting for Kanash to get in. First inning scheduled for 6, and good stop by Protovansky. He located the ball, and that will juice the bases. We'll have the bases loaded for the first time tonight. And Zach Allen, the shortstop. Now, we're going to bring the infield in. I was watching to see what the coach was going to do, Coach Bichet. And there's a force out at any base. One down, bases loaded, Rutland Town at the plate, and that's going to be outside. So Hanson in a bit of a pickle here in the bottom of the first. Long look in, and Protovansky. Foul tip caught. Tell you, you saw the target that the catcher set up, and he nailed the target, and that'll be a strike. And so Allen wastes no time getting in the batter's box, getting set. Oh, that's a shot. That's going to clear the bases as he'll pick up the second runner coming in with the run number 2, and then they're going to have, oh, ground rule double. Okay, what happened? I turned around. Is the ball went under the fence, and that's why it's a ground rule double. So number 4, Zach Allen, will get 2 RBIs on a shot to right center field. So Zach Allen with a big drive, and the game's first score is coming in. So it's 2-0 Rutland Town, and now Jacob Clark, the second baseman, up. There is the 10-batter rule. If you send 10 batters to the plate in an inning, that's a strike called. There is the 1 out. And Jacob Clark at the plate. Jordan Hanson played second base the other night, pitching tonight, and again, very versatile, very talented young man. Got 2 strikes, 2 runners on, 2 runs in. A lot of deuces here in the bottom of the first. Right off into the bat and foul. Just got a piece of it. Against Brian Mayhew back there. Of course, Brian you get to see at the really big show. He's runs that whole stage back at the Paramount, and of course he's always helping out. Here he is, the umpire in Youth League. And for the longest time, he was the prelude to Munger Vision. He covered all the local sports stuff for PEGTV. Taught us how to edit and run the cameras, and my son and I. Oh, and that's going to get away, and the runner breaks for home, and he's going to be safe as he'll come in under the tag. Good hustle by Protovansky, the catcher, but just too much speed by Kanash coming down that line. And so that'll be the 3rd run of this inning coming in for Rutland Town. And Jacob Clark. Yeah, I'll get him. Big breaking ball, and he'll swing through it for a strikeout. 2 down now. And Avery Billings, number 14, the left fielder. Getting up there, the man at third base. And so Hanson trying to get out of this first inning with just the 3 runs. And see Protovansky. Let's watch this target again where he wants the ball. Hanson fires and hit the target, but crossed the plate high, and that'll be a ball. And so Hanson, with all kinds of encouragement from the dugout, will miss high, and the runner will, you can see Protovansky hustle after that ball, and the runner staying down at third base. Probably pretty smart move right there by Zach Allen. Allen with a double, drove in 2 RBIs for Rutland Town. And that came too far inside, and Billings will draw a walk. Now Catlin Caldwell. And yeah, we're going to have a meeting on the mound here. There's 2 out, 2 on. And Proctor down by 3 here in the bottom of the first from Dewey Field on Munger Vision. So Hanson, after the meeting, will be coming across the plate high. Split the plate, but came in high. That's the first time the umpire or the coach has gone out to talk to his pitcher here. And a good eye right there being exhibited by Catlin Caldwell. A good block of the plate there by Protovansky, doing what every catcher should. Just gave his body up for the ball, and made himself big in front of it, and keeps the runner down at third base. So Hansen will fire, and boy, pulled the string on that pitch. Got a big swing from Caldwell, and that'll be, I believe, the first strike in the count. Runners at first and third. And now load him. Back up again for the 9th batter this inning, Troy Goling. Now I was told his name was G-O-L-I-N-G, Goling, so boy, a chance to really do some damage here. 3 runs already in. And that fastball, you can see it tail away outside. Hansen had some pop on that though. Good velocity on that fastball. Protovansky sets the target, and they hit it. And Protovansky located the ball, it was just underneath him. And that'll even count up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, you go to the website, PEGTV.com, and click on video on demand and pick a game out and watch it right there on your computer on the internet. We're all over the universe, and that's going to be the backstop. And runner breaking down and going to be out. They got him. That'll end the inning. That's a good inning for Rutland Town. They'll have a 3-0 lead going into the top of the 2nd over Proctor. So just real quickly, the defense for the Rutland Town squad has Andy Kanash on the mound, Lucas Heald behind home plate, Steve Anderson at first, Jacob Clark at second, Zach Allen's at shortstop, Logan Billings is at third base. The outfield has Avery Billings, Troy Goling, and Catlin Caldwell, and at the plate is Shane Protovansky, the catcher. Big swing and a miss and a foul ball. It'll be Protovansky, Jesse Slade, and Sean Blanchard scheduled here in the top of the 2nd. Proctor down by 3. And that'll even things up at 1-1. Kanash struck out 3 of the 4 batters he faced in that first inning. He did allow that single to short center field. Protovansky chopping some wood there. We'll have 2 strikes on him. And the outfield straight away and about midway depth-wise. And that'll be on the wrong side and hit him in the leg, I believe, and he'll be down at first base, hit by the pitch. So he had him at 2 strikes and nicked him with the ball, and Jesse Slade up. Now we'll see if Proctor is going to be as aggressive running the bases tonight as they were the other night against the Barstow squad. So the third baseman, Slade, see him getting all set. Big swing off the end of the bat, strike 1. Protovansky didn't seem to have the go sign right there. Heald behind the plate with an excellent arm. Been watching him throw down in the warm-ups. There's the sun coming back out here at Dewey Field. And breaking ball fooled Slade, but it came in high. So we've seen the beautiful facilities for Little League baseball, for Youth League baseball. Swing and a miss, and that'll be 2 strikes on Slade. No, Proctor Youth League facility, now the Dewey Field Center here. And tell you, these communities take a lot of pride in these fields, and that's going to be foul ball. Nice job by Slade with 2 strikes. He went down and got that one, and it'll be a foul ball. So just to reset real quick, you're watching Munger Vision, and this is the Youth League game of the week right here. This is the presentation. We're at Dewey Field in Rutland. Well, I call it Center Rutland. That's a ball. And there goes the runner, and he'll be safe. I almost got caught napping on the steal. So Protovansky with that good speed will be down at second base. So a runner in scoring position here for Proctor. And that again just missed outside. Tickling that corner, but not tickling it enough to get the call. Sean Blanchard on deck. Well, that's going to do it. That's going to bounce, and that's going to be an RBI. You see him waving Protovansky around, and he'll cut the corner, and they're just retrieving the ball now. There's the run scoring, and there's going to third base is Slade, and the throw is going to be up the line, and Slade will be there with an RBI triple. Oh, what a job of cranking that ball. He got every piece of that ball. And now Sean Blanchard with nobody down as Brian Mayu. You can tell he's married. He's got Very domesticated, doing the housework right now, cleaning off the plate. I almost called it a base. Proctor head coach Darren Carter gets upset when he listens to the broadcast and hears me call home plate home base. And he's right, but you know, the guy cuts you no slack. So, oh, stick around. This is going to be a dandy of a game. It's 3-1 right now. We're only in the second. This is real baseball. And that fooled Blanchard. The pitch came back inside and caught at the corner. You see the shadows coming out across the infield. Oh, great breaking ball. So 2 strikes now on Blanchard with Sam Tilden on deck. And that came back inside. And you can see it bend back Blanchard. And again, so far the big blast has been the triple by Slade that drove in Protovansky for Proctor. Cut the deficit to 2. No, they're going to hold Slade, so he'll go back to third base, and that's probably a very wise move right there. As Heald will get his catcher's gear back on, Brian May will get back in behind the plate. And Kanash on the mound. So Andy Kanash from the stretch. That's a foul tip called, strike 3. 4th strikeout of the ball game. That's a nice job by the catcher Heald to hold on to that. And now Sam Tilden up. Tilden, the center fielder, has a lively bat. He's stepping in now from the right side. So yeah, that was a foul tip caught by the catcher Heald. That's a little comebacker. Kanash is going to go to first. They got him. Runner is caught between, yeah, he's going to hustle back. So Slade will go back to third base, as I thought maybe he'd break on contact, but he held up. So that's going to be a ground out for out number 2. Back to the pitcher now, Ryan Johnson, the number 9 batter in the order, which means top of the order, sitting up on deck. So Kanash settling down nicely here after hitting Protovansky to lead off this inning, and then the triple by Slade. All right there, right on the target is Kanash, and he's got a strike in the count on the batter. Proctor Rangers in those blue uniforms. And it's going to be quickly strike 2. And the Red Sox from Rutland Town, and obviously the red. Not to be confused with the Barstow Red Sox that we saw the other night. So Kanash, I like the way he composes himself before each pitch out there on the mound. He'll get him. That's 5 strikeouts. He does surrender the run. It's going to be 3-1. Rutland Town with the lead going to the bottom of the second. So Goling at the plate. Remember, he was at the plate when he got the runner out, trying to score on that wild pitch. And that's going to be down to third base. Slade to first, got him. So they'll have Tomlinson with the catch, Slade with the grab, and they'll have a 5-3 ground out to start off this second inning. Jordan Hansen, the pitcher, had that 1 strikeout back in the first. Top of the order up now, Logan Billings. He started the ball game off by ripping a double down the third baseline. You'll watch that one break outside for a ball. Very gentle breeze blowing tonight. It really should be no factor in the ball game. And again, you see that break action on the ball. Hansen has a good pace right now. He's not rushing between pitches, but he's not being, so deliberate that it's breaking up his rhythm. Oh, great pitch right there. Came up and inside with the heat and got it past Billings. Lucas Heald, the catcher, on deck for Rutland Town. Ducking down all the way that time as he missed the strike zone. And I believe we have a 3-ball count now. From Dewey Field tonight. That'll be a walk. Ball 4, and that'll put Billings down at first base. Heald pumped up to Bechet at short. His only at bat. And again, the only rule that we really need to speak of is that there's a 10-batter rule. That's going to be 2. They'll turn, and they got the force out and the first, and safe. Just beating it down the line. Good hustle down the line by Heald to save, not allowing the play to get doubled up there. So there are 2 outs now for Steve Anderson, who walked and scored his first time up. And that will be a ball. So Jordan Hansen looking to have a little shorter tour of duty here in the second inning. Faced a lot of batters in the first. I think a lot of it's just getting loose and getting familiar with the mound. You know, kind of settling into the game. You know, every mound's supposed to be regulation and officially the same. They're different enough that you have to get used to it. You know, the landing spot, the texture of it. Sometimes in the height could be just a tad bit different. Swing and a miss for a strike by Anderson. And that's going to be to the backstop, and that's going to allow the runner, there he is, to go into second base, and Heald will be safe. So Anderson, I think this is the Steve Anderson that played for Christ the King in basketball. He'll go down on strikes. That's strikeout number 2 of the game for Hansen, and no runs this time in the second. We'll have a 3-1 game going into the third. As we go to the third, we are going to be looking at the top of the order as Richard Bechet, Curtis Tomlinson, Jordan Hansen do up for the Proctor Rangers. They're down 3-1. Andy Kanash on the mound doing a fine job of pitching here for Rutland Town. I'm not sure the discussion going on behind home base. Home plate, home plate. Hope Darren Carter didn't hear that. And we're set to go on Kanash. We'll go down to first base, and Bechet will ground out unassisted down to first base, where the ball was picked up by Steve Anderson. He'll step on the bag so very quickly. 1 out here. Now Tomlinson up. He struck out back in the first. Getting his second look now at Kanash. Kanash, good size guy. Well, he's a big kid and looks very athletic. Boy, he's right there. He put some steam on that pitch. That was a decent fastball right there by Kanash. Oh, he's had good velocity. He's, on the breaking balls, he's had good control of them. He's got 5 strikeouts in the ball game. And that will be fouled off for a strike. Heald still the catcher back there. And Steve Anderson, where he mentions down at first, Jacob Clark's at second, Zach Allinger shortstop, Logan Billings is the third baseman. And he'll go outside for a ball. The outfield's got Avery Billings and Troy Goling and Catlin Caldwell. That's the Rutland Town lineup. And that could be, nope, it's going to drop out of the reach of the third baseman on that side, Logan Billings. And I didn't mention it earlier, but Matt Bird is the other Rutland Town player. Who'll be plugged into the lineup here very shortly. So Tomlinson with a good eye right there. Let that pitch go by for a ball. Great baseball to watch. This is as American as it can get right here. All he needs apple pie and a big flag on the backstop, and you've got somebody should drive a Chevrolet truck out here, and you'd have the whole commercial. Nothing like watching youth league baseball. These are your future high school baseball players right here today on Munger Vision. So still 2 strikes on Tomlinson, who's doing a good job of battling Kanash out there. And that's going to be out of the reach of Billings. So stays at a full count. Tomlinson, like I said, getting that bat on the ball and making Kanash throw some more good pitches here. And that will be ball 4. So that round will go to Tomlinson. Now Jordan Hansen up. He singled in his first plate appearance back in the first inning. We're in the third, top of the third to be exact, scheduled for at least 6. 2 very well-coached teams. A lot of good athletes out there. See, this works out perfect. I'll get done watching this ball game, and then by the time I get home, I can turn on the late innings of the Boston Red Sox. Oh, that's up the middle and underneath the glove. And going to third base is Tomlinson, and he's going to be in there, and it's going to go out of play. He's going to score the second run for Proctor. And there it is. And Hansen will end up at second base on the dead ball. Now Kyle Miles up in a 3-2 ball game. I said all these players that come up to the plate can take the ball out of the yard, but Miles built like a power hitter. And that's going to allow Hansen to get down there to third base. Yep, no throw. So you can see Heald really hustling to get after that ball, but no way he could get to it in time to throw down. Shane Protovansky on deck. Miles at the plate. That's going to be down to first. They will be safe. And the tying run comes in, and the ball mishandled over there at first base. And the whack, a couple errors, and we got a 3-3 game now. Shane Protovansky up. And the ball was hit down to Jacob Clark. And he's going to go in there standing up as Protovansky looking down the third base, getting the sign. So a 3-3 game in the third. And like I said, this should actually be a nail biter to the end. Very evenly matched teams. That's outside. Heald with a good grab. And you got to remember, there's a runner down at second base. He'll fire over, and he will be back ahead of the throw. So they're chasing Miles back to second. So Protovansky awaits Kanash, and that's a fair ball. That's a fair ball. I got caught up watching, and there comes the fourth run of the game in for Proctor. And I'll pick up Protovansky now going into third, and he will be with stand-up triple. Mr. Protovansky. I didn't follow the ball, but I was just inside the first baseline. Now Jesse Slade coming up. He had a triple and an RBI. His only time up. Protovansky with a triple and an RBI. And Kanash going to the full windup. Will miss outside. Heald knocked the ball down. He did not get far enough away, or away from it at all, actually, for the runner to try to come home. There is the one down. That's a fair ball, and they'll throw down, and he'll get the out at first, and Protovansky releases on the throw. He'll come home with the fourth run in the inning, fifth of the ball game. 2 outs now, bases clean for Sean Blanchard. He struck out back in the second. So it's been a big inning here for the Proctor squad. And Kanash settling down now, looking for that third out. Big swing and a miss for strike one. In a 5-3 ball game right now, Proctor coming back from a 3-0 deficit. Strike two. That's the beauty of this league and this baseball. And, you know, 3-0 game is, I mean, this thing's going to be back and forth, and nobody's out of the ball game. Oh, took strike three. 6 strikeouts in the ball game for Kanash. Proctor with the lead, 5-3, going into the bottom of the third. Jordan Hansen taking the mound with the lead here in the bottom of the third. He's going to be looking at the center part, the middle of the order. Andy Kanash, Zach Allen, Jacob Clark. Kanash walked and scored back in the first. That's going to be pulled down the first baseline and foul. So that'll be strike one. Notice how Jordan Hansen's really settled down since that first inning. He's got 2 strikeouts in the ball game. Kanash from the left side, all set here. He'll jump back away from that pitch. It came too far inside and skips past Protovansky. And that defense, I'm looking at, I think it has stayed the same with Slade at third, Boucher at short, Miles at second, and Tomlinson at first. The outfield has Blanchard, Tilden, and Johnson And Kanash at the plate. Leadoff batter here in the bottom of the third for Rutland Town. And a 3-1 count now. So Hanson doesn't want to walk that leadoff batter out there. That just changes the dynamics of the inning completely, getting that leadoff batter on base. And he will walk him, so that will put good speed down at first base in Kanash. And Zach Allen had an RBI, actually drove in 2 runs with a double his first time up, so they are making the adjustment on the defense right now. So the shortstop, Zach Allen, looking to do some more damage here from Dewey Field on Munger Vision. Getting that ball trailing away from him. They will throw down to first, and it's going to get over Tomlinson's head, and that's going to give Kanash a chance, and he will be standing up at second base. Well, he got him to try to play it first, and turns into an error and allows the runner to go to second. It'll be off the corner for a ball. Jacob Clark on deck. And so Rutland Town trying to respond to that 4-run top of the third that Proctor pinned on him. That is a fair ball. And that's going to score the run. Yeah, here comes Kanash, and he will come in, touch up home base. And another big base hit by Zach Allen, who's got 3 RBIs tonight. And he's 2 for 2 so far on the evening. He's got a double and a single and 3 RBIs. So he is a wrecking crew out there for Rutland Town. Jacob Clark back in the first inning, struck out. In a 5-4 ball game now. A little different pitch right there. You can see that. I could see the finger placement on the ball. That's a good looking pitch from Hanson. That one came inside and almost brushed Clark. We've had just one batter hit by a pitch. That happened. Protovansky got struck by a pitch. I believe it was Protovansky for Proctor. Yeah, fooled him on that pitch, pulled the string, and the runner down at first base trying to get them to throw over. So Clark waits the pitch from Hanson. And that'll be high. Good eye right there by Clark. So the leadoff walk turned into the 4th run of the ball game for Rutland Town. Nobody down here in the bottom of the 3rd for the Rutland Town Red Sox. That's caught, strike 3, and that'll be the 3rd strikeout of the ball game and the first out of the 3rd inning. Now Avery Billings up. He walked, got stranded at second base back in the 1st inning. In that 1st inning, they sent 8 players to the plate. Rutland Town did. Came up with 3 runs. And that'll fade over the top of Billings' head. Hanson will pounce on the ball as it got away from him on the mound, and no damage done. Zach Allen over at first. And that will be caught outside off the corner for a ball. A lot of movement on that infield right now. They're worried about Allen over at first base stealing second. At the corner that time, and Brian Mayhew with that golden voice of his calling strike 1. That came inside too far, and you can see again Billings backing off from the plate. Caldwell on deck for the Rutland Town squad on their home turf here at Dewey Field. That's to the backstop, and that's ball 4 anyways, so that's still a live ball. I mean, you gotta hustle after it because that guy can not only go to second, he can keep on going. So Caldwell up, he walked back in the 1st inning. He's got runners at 1st and 2nd. It's almost like Hanson, yeah, trying to overcompensate That's why he's missing so far outside. He'll run it to a 2-ball, no strike count. As Bechet had snuck in behind Allen at second, he doesn't draw the throw. Hanson throwing the full windup. Again, missing outside, so Rutland Town already with 5 batters to the plate, 1 run in, trailed by just 1. Got the tie run down at second. That's a good pitch right there. As Caldwell just couldn't quite catch up to that high inside fastball. Oh, big swing on that, and got himself to a full count now. So after being down 3-0 in the count, Hanson's come back to make it a 3-2 count. He'll lose him, and that will load the bases up. So back-to-back walks. Well, actually 3 walks this inning, and Troy Goling with the 1 out, and a golden opportunity here for Goling. See, I like that. Hanson started him off with just an over-the-top fastball right there, came right over the top with it, and split the plate. Get ahead in the count. And strike 2. He's done just that now. He's at 0-2. Goling grounded out to Slade at third back in the 2nd inning. That's been his only plate appearance so far. And just missed. That was a tough one to take with 2 strikes, but good eye by Goling. Hanson with the windup will miss high and inside. And we'll watch Protovansky, the catcher behind the plate. Where will he be setting up? And again, he's just a little bit to the inside. Great pitch. Great setup, great pitch. Got him out number 2. Tough spot right here for Proctor as the top of the order. Logan Billings up. He has doubled. He's walked, and he has scored a run. He's got the table set, bases loaded for Rutland Town in a 5-4 game, and that is cranked. And I mean cranked. That's going to get 1 run in, 2 runs, and we are tied. And now the lead run coming in, and we'll make it 6-5. He'll just beat the throw. Yeah, so Logan Billings again doing the job out there. And she'll drive in Allen, Avery Billings. Caldwell ends up at third. So 3 runs in this inning, and now healed up the catcher. That's going to be out of play. Yes, it will be out of play. And he had stepped out of the batter's box. That is the 3rd out. 1, 2, 3, 6-5. Rutland Town rallying in the bottom of the 3rd to take the lead over Proctor. Okay, Chris Mayhew, the base umpire, came out and explained to me that last out. What had happened was they had warned the batter prior about throwing the bat, not just setting it down. And that's what happened. He fouled the ball off, and on his way to first base, you always have to run it out when we make contact. He fouled the ball off. He threw the bat and was called out for throwing the bat, which is an automatic out. So that's what the out was, and I appreciate Chris Mayhew coming out to tell me that. And as you can see, we've got a new pitcher out there. It's going to be Steve Anderson coming in relief of Andy Kanash. Kanash has gone over to play shortstop. I believe Zach Allen is now behind the plate, and it looks like Heald has gone to play first base. And at the plate should be Sam Tilden. And I believe we're all caught up on all the changes. 6-5 the score, Rutland Town with the lead. I think that's a pinch hitter, yes. That is a pinch hitter up there for Tilden. He'll jump back out of the way of that as that came inside. A little too close for comfort. I think that's Reed Farley. And that is Reed Farley. So Reed Farley batting for Tilden here in the fourth, scheduled for 6. Proctor down by 1, 6-5. Anderson, first batter he's faced, and that one got away from him. That'll be ball 4. So Farley will go to first on the walk, and now Ryan Johnson due up. We're going to have a pinch hitter in Paquette. So Paquette coming up here in the 4th. And that will skip in there. So Anderson, like all pitchers, he's got to get comfortable in the settings, find his rhythm here, his distance, and get his motion down. There's a strike from Anderson. Now, so Anderson started the game off at first base defensively. He slid over onto the mound. And that's a strike. Ball gets away from the catcher, and going down will be Farley, and he'll be safe at second. So a lot happening on that pitch. So Paquette with a runner in scoring position with a big swing and a miss for strike 3. Kanash ending up with 6 strikeouts in 3 innings of work. Very impressive pitcher out there. And now the top of the order, and Richard Boucher up. Last time up, he grounded out to first base, and he went upstairs to go after that one and just nicked it for a foul ball. Zach Allen, a new catcher. They put in a whole new battery out there. Oh yeah, and we got a new center fielder. I just looked up and saw that. Catlin Caldwell has gone over to play third base. Goling has gone to left. And that's going to be off the shin guards, and there'll be no play at third. Oh, there will be, but he'll be safe. He'll be backed up, and you see Kanash right there. Good job by Kanash of backing up the play. So Boucher looking to get the game tied up. Makes contact. That's going to be back to the pitcher. He'll fire to first, and now the runner breaking late. The play will be, he's going to be safe. He's going to come in, and there it is. He's safe. Tie game. So Farley broke late, but the throw was inside the bag, and got it tied up at 6-all now. So like I said, this we're going to go 6. Possibility of some extra innings tonight as these teams match up very well. Now Curtis Tomlinson up with 2 down. Bases are clean. Tomlinson struck out in the first, walked and scored in the third. And Brian Mayhew holds up Steve Anderson. He didn't have his face mask on and wasn't set. There he goes. Oh yeah, the umpire's got the last say when that pitch can be thrown. And Brian with that handsome face, he wants to get that mask on. There's a strike on a breaking ball. So we saw a good one the other night with Barstow and Proctor. Got a good one tonight with Rutland Town Proctor. And boy, I tell you, I'd urge you to get out to some youth league park in your area. There's plenty of them. Watch these games live. A lot of energy, a lot of passion. Hey, if you, all you gotta do is you don't have to be a baseball fan, just a fan of the community. But you know, if you can't make it, you can always put it on Channel 15, your leader in local sports coverage. And that one just, Anderson just held on to the ball too long right there, and that'll obviously be a ball. Jordan Hansen on deck for Proctor in case they do extend it to another batter here. And Tomlinson will watch that one sail away outside. Picked up by Zach Allen. He had a few words for his pitcher, I'm not sure. Words of encouragement, I'm sure, but I'm not positive what he said. But he'll set the target up. He wants Anderson to nail it. He'll get the swing and the miss, and it'll be a strike. So he's brought it to a 2-strike count now. Again, there's been the 1 run here this inning. And that is ball 4. So Tomlinson will get down to first base on the walk. And that will bring up Jordan Hansen. Hansen has singled and reached on an error, and he scored a run. his first look at the new pitcher, Anderson. And boy, he liked that curveball. He chased it. The runner will get down to second base, and Tomlinson putting himself in scoring position. Very alert over there at first base, watching the play. And now Steve Anderson will kick and fire, and just miss it inside. Yet Hanson kind of fooled on the pitch. Hanson dancing back away from that, and it almost broke back over the plate. That's going to be, oh, would he catch that? Did he catch that? That's 3 out. Oh, what a great catch by Kanash. I had to wait and see. Came up with it, just totally flew through the air like Superman. So that will end the inning. We've got a 6-all game going to the bottom of the 4th. Some defensive changes to talk about right now as Reed Farley's gone into play third base. Fisher Paquette has gone to play right field. Jesse Slade has gone to center field. And they have taken Sean Blanchard. He has remained in left field. Bechet remains the shortstop. Miles is at second and Tomlinson at first. Protovansky behind the plate. Hanson on the mound, and at the plate batting is Steve Anderson. Now we're good to go. Check swing foul ball. So Anderson go down the first baseline with that foul ball. Well, the Red Sox from Rutland Town had 3 runs in the first inning, got shut out in the second, and then scored 3 runs in the third. That's how they've gotten their 6 runs. Oh, good pitch by Hanson. Tickling that outside corner for an 0-2 count. Looking to retire the leadoff batter. Just missed. I'll tell you what, that's a pitcher's pitch right there. That's a very tough pitch to take with 2 strikes. Had great movement on it. It was the location on that pitch that really I admired. Good sequencing of his pitches to set that up. That last pitch right there, obviously a ball high and inside. And that one obviously a ball as it came inside on Anderson. He's got a full count now to Anderson. 6-6 the score. Don't be going anywhere. This is going to be a dandy. God, I'm looking at strike 3. Cross the plate at his knee. And now 5 strikeouts. Andy Kanash up. He's had a big game. He's walked twice, but he scored 2 runs. So Kanash. Good eye right there. That'll be ball 1. Hope you're enjoying this Youth League baseball action brought to you by Munger Vision as we take a tour around Rutland County. That's a fair ball. Oh, what a great inside-outside swing by Kanash. What a good-looking athlete. He's going to be to second base, and he'll have a double. So Kanash with 1 out at second with a double. Well, that pitch jammed him, and he was able to fight it off and really take it just like a Wade Boggs used to do. Now Zach Allen up. He has a double and a single, and he has driven in 3 runs tonight. He's got 3 RBIs, and he's scored a run, so he's got 4 runs under his belt tonight. So Zach Allen in a good spot right now to give Rutland Town the lead. That's a ball. Yeah, he's got a lot of speed down at second base with Andy Kanash. Kanash runs very well. And you can see how Hanson's just trying to stay away from the middle of the plate to Allen. That'll miss outside for a ball. So Hanson's weathered a couple tough spots in the ball game. That's a good swing. Straight back foul ball for a 2-1 count. Now Hanson's gotten a little jam when he faced 8 batters in the first inning. Then he had a 4-batter fourth. And then again he got busy facing 8 batters in the third. He's got 1 out, 1 on. And that's on Bechet's patrol, and he'll just have it go over the top of his head, and the runner stayed at second because to make sure that Bechet didn't make the catch. So, yeah, that's Very rare misjudgment right there by Boucher. So first and second, and Jacob Clark up 0 for 2 tonight. Clark is. He's due. And that pitch will be way outside. Protovansky throwing down to third. He's going to be safe. Good backup by Boucher, and he'll be safe at second. They're going to come home with it, and no, the runner will stay. What a great sequence of action right there. As we took a tour of the whole diamond right there. It ends up second and third base for Jacob Clark when all the dust settles here. So again, Hansen's got the 1 out. And the pitch. Well, Protovansky had just enough length on his arm to stop the ball. So in the fourth, Rutland Town looking to reclaim the lead here. And that pitch will come in high. Remember, they had that 3-0 lead after 1 inning, and then it's just been back and forth now between the two teams. The Proctor Rangers out there in the field. That's going to load them up. Now, the upside to that, so there's a force out at any base now if you're Proctor. The other night against Barstow, the bases were loaded, nobody out in the pivotal 5th inning, and they were able to get out of that inning with no damage done. We're going to have a meeting on the mound for the Proctor Rangers. So Coach Boucher, like the other night, bringing the infield in on the grass, trying to cut the rundown at home base. Avery Billings will foul it off for a strike. And that is not Avery Billings, that's Matt Bird, number 3. So Bird into the ballgame batting for Avery Billings as they retrieve that foul ball. And 5 strikeouts in the game for Hansen. Good scoop by Protovansky, and the count will even up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Tense moment here in center Rutland. A 6-6 game. Oh, got a little help right there. That one might have been out of the strike zone. Bird went up the ladder, tried to get it, and that'll be strike 2. I'd like to see Hansen come back right over the top with the fastball right here. Got him looking. So that's a big out as the runner is unable to advance. That's now the 6th strikeout of the game. And Catlin Caldwell up. He's been on base twice. He's walked 2 times. Big swing and a miss for a strike. Well, I'll tell you what, Proctor can escape this without letting a run come in. That could be momentum for them going into the offensive part of the 5th inning for the Proctor Rangers. Swing and a miss. Again, nice snap to the ball. It's an 0-2 count. Bases juiced. 2 down. Just missed inside. Protovansky, the catcher, with the pump fake down to third. And he'll set the target up just a little bit to the inside. You can see Hansen to the windup. And that's going to be playable. That they're going to go to first base and get him. They'll get out of the jam. No runs come in. They leave them loaded. We'll go to the 5th, tied at 6. On the throwdown, we're set to go in the 5th. 6-6 to score. Proctor. Got to be the best Houdini impression. I've seen back-to-back games from him. Twice. Once against Barstow, once here. Against Rutland Town, bases loaded, nobody down, able to get out of the jam. Kyle Miles up. And he'll look at ball 1. So Steve Anderson starting his 2nd inning of work. He's going to be looking at Miles, Protovansky, and Slades. They're right in the middle of that order. And that middle of the order has produced 3 of the 6 runs. I'll pull the string on that pitch and spun him around for a strike. As it's Billings, Logan Billings. I believe I got the right one. Yeah, Logan Billings is at third. Kanash is at short. And that's foul. Heel is at first. You can see that's going to be number 7 with his back to use Jacob Clark. That's the interior defense on the infield. That's the infield defense for Rutland Town. And of course, Zach Allen behind the plate now. That's Steve Anderson on the mound. That came inside. Now make it a even count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Anderson set. Will bring it to the plate and just miss. And we'll have a full count to the leadoff batter, Kyle Miles. Struck out looking in the first, reached on an error and scored in the third. As the shadows now even across Dewey Field on this beautiful spring night for baseball. Got him looking. Strike 3 right down the pipe. Now Shane Protovansky up. He's been hit by a pitch and scored, and he tripled, scored, and drove in a run. So Protovansky getting it all done there tonight. That's going to be up the middle. It's going to be off from the pitcher's glove to Kanash. He's going to throw, and it's going to be safe. That went off from Anderson to Kanash, and safe at first is Protovansky. So the ball took the long route, but it was a single. Oh, that was definitely a base hit. Yeah, I'm on the official scorebook, but I'm going to give him a base hit. Jesse Slade up. He has tripled and driven in a run. And that's behind Slade, and there comes Protovansky, and he'll take the turn, he'll dance, and he'll go back now to second base. So the go-ahead run in the top of the 5th is at second with 1 down. Slade, then Blanchard due up. Oh, great pitch. Protovansky trying to stretch it, going, and it will be safe, and nice backup by Kanash. Tell you, that's just great instincts. Kanash, just like Boucher, just everywhere out there, just good instincts. So now the go-ahead run, just that one more stride away here, or one more length away, as Slade readies himself for the pitch from Steve Anderson. Fouls it off, foul ball. Been a very well umpired game by father-son duo of Brian Mayhew and Chris Mayhew. And if you're old like me, you remember Brian Mayhew singing with a lot of bands, local bands. Got a beautiful voice. That's going to be a base hit, RBI. That's going to score Protovansky. And there's a job done again by Slade. Oh, yeah, he tagged it. He pulled that. That's how on top of the pitch he was. Great follow through on that. So he brought those hips through, powering the ball. Now Blanchard up 0 for 2 tonight, looking to end that drought right here. So it goes 7-6. Proctor taking the lead back over Rutland Town. Oh, it's gone back and forth. Oh, that's a drive. And I'll be over the head of the center fielder and coming into second base. I had to wait and make sure that it was going to drop as that ball hit out to Catlin Caldwell's area. And it was a tough one to gauge, actually. And now Farley coming to the plate with first and second. So now Anderson with 1 strikeout here in this inning, 1 in his first inning. He's got 2 for the ball game. And that's going to allow the runners to move up. As you can see, Slade off, and he'll go into third base with the big slide. You see this trail runner also getting over there was Blanchard. So second and third with the 1 out. 7-6 in the 5th. Proctor with the lead. They started the game off trailing 3-0. And nope, they're not going to try to score on that. This part of the ball game in the 5th, only scheduled for 6. Tight game. Every run premium price right now. Anderson, after a chat with Kanash, well, he'll get him swinging at that breaking ball, as he had him fooled and off balance on it. So Farley from the right-hand side here, getting set. And that they're going to come this time. They're coming hard, and he's going to be. He came in under the slide. I had to wait. It was going to be a bang play. And you see him try to draw the throw. He'll go back to third. You see that a lot. The throw came in a little bit high. And he didn't get the tag down in time. So Farley set now as the dust has settled and the second run has come in. And it's 8-6, and it'll be strike 3 on the swing. So 3 strikeouts now in the ball game for Anderson, the pitcher for Rutland Town, and I'll bring up Paquette. 8-6. It's been very good tonight. Oh, what a bad break. Oh, and I'll tell you what, they got a break. As Blanchard stayed down at third base, I went off from the catcher's shin guard. That's why it just ejected so hard and far in foul territory. And so the catcher, Zach Allen, getting all his gear back on, getting into position, and the pitch on the way for Anderson. No, Blanchard again being held up at third base. He'll run him back, and yeah. Good decision not to throw the ball there by Anderson. That usually turns into a fiasco when they get that close. The runner's only 1 stride off. See, he's got to go now. Nope. I'll tell you, when it goes off that first base side, I'm surprised he got held up there, but they'll keep him at third. This inning started off with Miles striking out, then an infield single by Protovansky, then Slade with a single, driving in Protovansky. Then that close play at home, and that's going to be, nope, again, he'll go halfway down the line and come back, Blanchard will. He's adding the miles up real quick there, Blanchard is. He's getting quite a workout there, going up and down the line. And so Paquette at the plate with a 3-1 count. Yeah, and that's going to be, I didn't know if it was a dead ball if it hit him. No, it's just ball 4, and so Paquette will end up at first base on the walk, and Richard Bechet up now. Okay, that's what I thought. It did hit the batter. Brian just said it's a dead ball. That's why the runner couldn't go anywhere. And so Bechet up there with runners at first and third and 1 down. Started high, stayed high, and Anderson wants to minimize the damage here as we're late in the ball game in the 5th. And boy, I tell you what, he's giving Zach Allen a workout behind the plate as he's going left and right and up and down to keep track of the balls here. Anderson, though, showing tremendous composure out there, and that's really what you got to, you know, he's a smart guy. Oh, great pitch right there. That was a tremendous pitch, and a swing and a miss and a strike. Tomlinson on deck. Remember, there is the 10-batter rule. This is the 7th batter to come to the plate here in the 5th for Proctor. Yeah, and the ball didn't get far enough away for the runner from third to come down, but Paquette takes second. Very alert running there by Paquette. And so Bechet set now. They've recovered the ball and everybody's in position, and that will be called a strike. And so Anderson with 2 strikeouts already this inning, 3 for his 2 innings, looking for the final out, and no, that will be a ball 4, and that will send Bechet down to first base. Now Tomlinson up, he has struck out in the 1st, walked in the 3rd, and walked in the 4th. He did score a run back in the 3rd. As Kanash going over to talk to Anderson. So Tomlinson stepping in on that left side. And Jordan Hansen on deck. This is the 8th batter to come to the plate. And that's going to be off from the glove. And I'm going to tell you what, Zach Allen, there he is. He's been chasing down a lot of these pitches. Doing a good job of hustling behind the plate. He's fixing his leg strap right now. And everybody set, and we're good to go. Base is loaded for Proctor. That's a good pitch. Tough pitch is a bust inside for a strike. So with a 1-1 count, Anderson with 2 outs. But the base is juiced right now for Proctor. 2 runs already in, 8-6 to score. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 2. That time the ball didn't get that far away from the catcher, Allen. So big pitch coming right here from Anderson. He got him. He'll leave him loaded. 2 runs in for Proctor as we go to the bottom of the 5th. 8-6, Rangers with the lead. You see Chris Mayhew out there. The umpire's done a nice job on the bases. Doing a little grooming out there on the mound, pounding the rubber in for the pitcher, Hansen. Well, 8-6, bottom of the 5th, and you're looking at Troy Goling, then top of the order, Logan Billings and Lucas Heald due up for the Rutland Town Red Sox. Jordan Hansen starting his 5th inning of work with the ball. And that defense looks like it still has Farley at 3rd, Boucher at short, Miles at 2nd, and Tomlinson is at 1st. Protovansky's the catcher. Paquette, Slade, and Blanchard make up the outfield, and I think that's set, so yes. And Goling has grounded out to 3rd base and struck out 0 for 2 today. And a swing and a miss there. Again, Hansen settled down nicely after a rocky 1st inning. And boy, he wanted that pitch. You see Hansen kind of looked there. It was high. The other night, it was Protovansky going all 6 innings to get the win for Proctor. Oh, that's up in the air, Mile. Yeah, that was just trouble written all over. Good try by Miles going out there, but that's a tough ball to go back and track on. So Goling will have a double here to get things going for Rutland Town. So just what you want. Your leadoff batter not only to get on, but to be in scoring position already. And Logan Billings up, and he has just had a monster ball game. He's got 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, scored a run, and he's walked. So yeah, he's you can see why he's batting in that leadoff spot. They want to get him up as many times as possible. A very productive hitter. That's up in the air, that's up in the air, and Farley fading and catching it, and foul territory will get the out. That's a major league catch right there. That ball was in the air a mile, and Farley tracked it, made the grab, and they get a very dangerous Logan Billings out. Now Lucas Heald up. He's grounded out. He flied out to the shortstop. Boucher reached on a fielder's choice and then was called out for throwing his bat. And I don't think that's him. I need his jersey number. It should be. He'll duck down out of the way of that pitch as that was over his head. And I believe it's a 1-1 count now to Lucas Heald. That's in play, and now go through the wickets, picked up by Boucher, and he'll throw it to first and get him. Oh, there's a rule to learn right there. You run out every ball you hit. You run it out. You dig it out. But that's why you play to learn. So that'll become a 5-6-3 ground out. 2 down, and Steve Anderson up. He's walked and scored a run. And he's got an RBI sitting out there at 2nd base, so that's going to be high for a ball. Proctor again trying to play Houdini here and get out of this leadoff double, nobody out, and let the runner not come in to score. Now Hansen's done a good job of being around that strike zone. He's got 6 strikeouts, but his defense has played very well tonight. And that will nick the corner and get the strike call. See Hansen looking in, likes what he sees, and this time will miss. Hey, I gave it to you before, but I'll do it again. That website for Channel 15 is www.PEGTV.com. Click Video on Demand, and you can watch Munger Vision anywhere in the universe, any time of day. What a deal. That's a ball. That'll make it 1st and 2nd on the walk. Well, they're right in that real dangerous part of the order with Andy Kanash, Zach Allen up. Kanash tonight, oh boy. He's walked and scored in the first. He walked and scored in the second, and he had a double his last time up. So he's been on base all 3 times tonight. And again, he's represents the go-ahead run right now. It'll come in high. Hansen on the mound with the Proctor Rangers out in the field defensively. He's set to pitch now. He'll come to the plate. And boy, I tell you, he did not miss by much. I know the reaction of Kanash, but that was almost an inside corner tickler right there. I'm at Dewey Field, and you're watching Munger Vision right now. Little league or youth league baseball action. This is the majors. I love to watch the real Red Sox play, but I'll tell you what, this is as good. I love watching youth league baseball. This year I just said I'm going to clear spots in my schedule when Bob Protovansky asked me if I'd be interested in doing some games, and I'd make sure I'd get some youth league baseball in. That's it. Bases are juiced now, so a big moment for Rutland Town in the 5th. With 2 down, bases loaded for, but I tell you, Zach Allen. Couldn't pick a player I'm looking at. I'm thinking, who would I want in this situation if I'm Rutland Town? I'm looking at Zach Allen. He's got 3 RBIs. He scored a run. He's got a double. He's got a single, and he's reached on an error when he hit the ball scorching on the infield. And he's got a good eye for the strike zone. All that makes for a lot of problems here for Proctor. As Hansen trying to get out of this jam. Will come inside for ball 2. It's 8-6 now. The Proctor squad got out of the bases loaded jam in the 4th, and they're trying to get out of the bases loaded here in the 5th. And nobody going on that. No, you don't run yourself out an inning like this. Bases juiced. 2 down. Jacob Clark on deck. 3 balls, no strikes to count, I believe. And he'll hold up, and that's ball 4, and that's going to walk in a run. And they are going to go out and talk to Jordan Hansen as he needs that last elusive out here in the 5th. 8-7, and they're taking the ball. Pressure pack situation. Kyle Miles will be the new pitcher. The bases loaded. 8-7 to score. Jacob Clark up. So Miles will kick fire in strike 1. His job right now, Miles, is to get that 3rd out and preserve that lead. It was 8-6 coming into the bottom of the 5th. It's now 8-7. That will be a 1-1 count. Clark, due today, he's walked his last time up. He was 0 for 2 prior to that. Actually, still 0 for 2. The walk is unofficial. Or doesn't count as an at-bat. W. Holly for 2 balls, 1 strike. It's been a dandy of a ball game tonight from Dewey Field. It was a good game the other night from Proctor. Oh, all the drama. 2-2 count. So Clark stepping out of the batter's box, taking a few extra moments here to compose himself. Miles looks, target set, pitch on the way. He runs it to a full count. Well, I know if I'm the catcher, I'm wiggling that number 1 finger. That's what I'm calling. Full count, bases juiced, and got him. Look at that, in the thread. He'll get the job done. We'll have an 8-7 score. Proctor to lead going in the top of the 6th. Well, Steven Anderson's job, real simple. He's got to keep it at 8-7. He can't really let a lot of damage occur here, but boy, he's looking at the number 3-4-5 batter for Proctor, and that first pitch will be a little bit outside for a ball. It's Jordan Hansen up. Hansen had singled in the first, reached on an error in the third, and eventually scored a run, and then he lined out to the shortstop his last time up. It'll be Hansen, Miles, and Protovansky due up here. That's put into play. Oh, tough shot. Kanash will knock it down, but that will allow the leadoff batter to get on base here. As the darkness is starting to settle in. Across Dewey Field, now Kyle Miles. Reached base once, he got on via the error. That's a fair ball. That could be a double. No, they're looking for two. He'll be safe. So 2 balls on the infield results in 2 runners, as Kanash being a little hard on himself. He made a good effort on the play. And Protovansky up. Protovansky got hit by a pitch in the second. He scored a run that inning. He's had an RBI as he hit a triple in the third, and he scored a run also that inning, and then he had a single and scored a run. So 8-7 the score, and the makings of a big inning here for Proctor. 2 on, nobody out. And that's going to go to the backstop, and that'll allow Hansen to go to third. Allen will recover the ball and get it back to Steve Anderson. So Rutland Town needing to do a Proctor impression here and not allow these runners to score. And nope, runners will hold up. They will not make the break. That's Anderson with the ball in his glove. We'll go back to the mound. Slade on deck, and then Blanchard and Farley. And again, nice job by Allen knocking the ball down. So I believe it's a 3-ball count. And Anderson, wasting no time, will get him to swing at the big breaking ball. Hansen coming home, and he's going to be safe. Hansen perfectly timed it. Miles going to third. So a little pad run there, and it was 8-7. Now it goes 9-7. As Protovansky waits for Brian Mayu to dust off home base. So the catcher tonight, Shane Protovansky. And Miles will stay at third. That was ball 4, and that is a walk. Well, tell you what, Jesse Slade's been pounding the ball. He's up there now. He's got a triple and a single tonight. He's got 2 RBIs. He's also scored a run. So he's been just pounding the covering off the ball. That's going to be, oh, great play by Heald. Great play by Heald. He'll come home and he'll be safe, but what a tremendous job by Heald. And then Protovansky, just excellent base running, went from first to third. That was a major league play over there by Heald. So there is 1 out, 2 runs in, making it 10-7. And now Blanchard up. Last time up, he singled. And I don't think it hit him. No, it did not. It's just a ball. And it looked like a Bull Durham wild pitch. So again, Protovansky, you won't see that get enough credit, but he went from first to third on that play, and that's just excellent running. He's coming home. He's coming home, and he's going to be safe. So 3 runs. See, now if he didn't do that running before it and go all the way to third base from first on that out, that line drive out, you wouldn't be able to score right there. That's a smart play getting to third base. So an 11-7 ball game here. As that'll be outside. Bases are clear now for Sean Blanchard. I have it as Farley should be on deck. Reed Farley. And so Anderson now will get him on a strike right there. That was a good pitch by Anderson. And it's a 2-2 count. And the big righty will work it to a full count now. As you can see, that the catcher, Zach Allen, he went back there and retrieved that ball as it got to the backstop. And still, don't forget the bottom of the 6th. This game is far from over, and that should be ball 4, and it is. That will send Blanchard down to first base. Couple walks, couple errors, and it's turned into 3 runs for Proctor here in the 6th. And it is Reed Farley getting up there. Yeah, so the big right-hander will step out. He kind of stepped out and did a little thinking. Now he's ready to get back in the box. Oh, what a grab. What a grab. They got double play lined up. No, he'll be back. What reflexes by Anderson. I'll tell you what, Farley couldn't hit that any harder. I mean, that was just a great hit and a great defensive play. Everybody doing their job right there. Just love bang-bang reaction plays like that. Anderson, big job. Good job. Paquette up now with 2 down. That's going to be a swing and a miss and a strike, and now they're going to hold the ball up. Yep. As you can see, the fielder running down with the base runner. Just chatting with them as they go down the line together. It's 11-7, and that's on the infield. They got a talk, and they do. Kanash will make the grab, and Rutland Town needing 4 runs to tie it up and 5 to win it. As we go to the bottom of the 6th, 11-7 Proctor. So Miles looking to get the job done here in the 6th inning. I have it as a ball. I have it as, I think it should be Matt Bird, number 3 up. I have it as Bird, Caldwell, and Goling due up here for Rutland Town, then the top of the order. And really, if you're Proctor, you want to get around to the top of the order, then you start looking at those hot bats of, Logan Billings and the whole group, and getting the Kanash in that cleanup spot. 11-7, Proctor trailing 3-0 after 1, coming back to take the lead, and that'll be a ball. And so Miles trying to find that strike zone. Will miss, and that'll be ball 4. So just what Rutland Town needed. They get that leadoff batter on base. It's Catlin Caldwell up there. Got a couple of walks tonight. Been on base. And he will watch ball 1 sail in. So Miles has missed high here for the first 2 batters. Good pitch right there. That was a good pitch. Again, Protovansky's gone the distance at the catcher spot tonight. He's had some big hits too. There's strike 2, overpowered him that time with the fastball. Still, a lot of damage can be done here as there's nobody out and a runner on first. Down 11-7. Strike 3 looking. And Caldwell knew it the minute he watched it cross the plate. 1 down, and Troy Goling up. Last time up, he had a double and eventually scored. He's got a lot of power in that bat, Goling does. And that'll miss high and outside for a ball. Oh, perfect temperature right now as the sun fading away. It's nice and cool. That'll be inside ball, and that's going to be a wild pitch and it'll allow the runner, Bird, to get down to the second base. So good job of running the bases by Bird. Jordan Hansen was the starting pitcher for Proctor, and that's a big swing and a miss. Hansen went 5 2/3 innings. And then Miles came on in relief, and that just missed for a ball. And good eye right there by Goling. Top of the order, sitting on deck, and Logan Billings. And boy, I tell you what, they're flirting with a bad formula right now as he'll walk. Runners to first and second, and I'll bring up the big bat of Logan Billings, and that will bring Coach Boucher out to talk to his pitcher. Curtis Tomlinson in. He's looking at the big bat of Logan Billings, and that's off the fist for a foul ball strike. Tomlinson is the third pitcher used today by Proctor. 1 out, 2 on, 11-7. Proctor with the lead over Rutland Town. And Logan Billings has carried a big bat today for Rutland Town. Oh, way out in front of that pitch. Looked like a breaking ball. I don't believe he throws a changeup yet, but that certainly had him fooled. So 2 strikes on Billings. And I think it hit him. As they check, and that hit him in the foot. So that will load the bases. And that will bring the tying run to the plate. So Luke is healed up, and I'll tell you what. I told you this thing wasn't over when it got to be 11-7 in the top of the 6th. 1 out, bases full of Red Sox everywhere. And Tomlinson going to the full windup. Got him to swing at it, and Tomlinson calling for it and makes the grab, throws the double play. That's the ball game. Tomlinson, oh yeah, he should be dancing. He's been on Munger Vision, he's been in the Rutland Herald, and he just got the game inning double play. What a trifecta of a week that's been for Tomlinson. And that will end it 11-7. Proctor with the win over Rutland Town in a great ball game by both sides. Hope you've enjoyed this community event on Munger Vision on PEGTV. Get out there, watch a game, or do anything that's involved in your community and have a blast. And hey, always watch Munger Vision, okay? Take it easy.